So good evening friends, this is Professor Mane. I am taking your management subject. Okay, so previously we have discussed about the process of planning. Okay, as our second unit is started, so this is nothing but your planning and organizing at supervisory level. Okay, so we have discussed the basic concepts of the planning. Now we will discuss some concepts related to the planning. Okay, so basically planning is what? So planning is nothing but deciding in advance what to do, how to do, when to do, and who is to do it. Means what? Planning, it is nothing but it is a thing or which we need to do in advance, or why, what is the requirement to plan a strategy or to plan a strategic plan. Okay, so means we need to know first what to do, means what is the requirement, how to do means how we are going to execute this, then when to do, when we are going to this means in future what is the requirement, and according to this requirement in future days when we are going to execute the plan. Okay, then who is to do it, means who is the responsible person or who is the perfect person who is going to execute this plan. Okay, so planning is it is nothing but we are going to decide the things in advance, and which things are going to decide in advance. First, for this we need to we need to decide some parameters. First one is what to do, how to do, when to do, and who is to do it. Okay, so this planning actually it will bridges the gap between where we are and where we want to go. Okay, so it means what? Our organizational goals, we need to achieve our organizational goals. Means for example, for financial year 2019-20 there are some organizational targets or goals. Okay, if these organizational goals are increased to higher level, then we need to achieve these goals. So for this, if we need to achieve these goals, we need to do a proper planning. Okay, so for this planning is required. Okay, so it will bridges the gap between previous year targets and current year targets. Okay, then next thing is what? Thinking before doing. It means what? If we need to achieve our goals or objectives for this organization or targets, so we need to think it before the execution of plan. Okay, so and this is nothing but a intellectual demanding process. So this planning, it is nothing but we need to execute the things, or we need to think the things in such a way that it will include all the things, like what to do, where to do, when to do, and who is going to do it, or who is the responsible person who will execute the plans. Okay, so this is the basic concept of the planning. Actually we have covered the basic concept in previous lectures. Also we have covered the standard characteristics the person or the planner or the organizer or the, you can say, the supervisor, he should have some basic characteristics if he is going to execute his plans. Okay, so some basic characteristics, some basic points we have discussed in our previous lecture. Now we will see the nature of planning. Okay, the concept here is, the topic is nature of planning. So in nature of planning, it means what? Actually it's a contribution to purpose and objectives. So it means what? The planning, it is nothing but it is a contribution towards the purpose and objectives of the organization. Okay, so as we have seen that where in which what should be planned. Actually in previous lecture we have discussed our concept, means what should be planned, plan क्या करना है, इसके बारे में हमने last lecture में we have studied. Okay, so we have discussed all these things. So for this we needed 10 to 11 points. Okay, so first one was that objectives, then your procedures or fundamental principles, we need to follow the fundamental principles, we need to have some objectives. Okay, then we need to organize our resources in such a manner that the optimum design should be carried out. Okay, so the nature of planning, it is like an contribution towards the purpose and objective. Okay, now second one is what? Second thing is what? Primacy of function. Okay, now primacy of function, it means what? Planning and control are inseparable. It means what? Planning and control, these are the two responsible these are two dependent functions. Okay, planning and control. It means for planning we need to do a proper control over our organizational resources, over the management peoples or over the employees. We need to have some control. Okay, if we need to do or if we need to execute the proper things in proper manner, then we need to have some control over the organizational peoples or organizational resources. So this is about the primacy of function. Then pervasiveness of planning. Now pervasiveness of planning means this is actual planning. It is nothing but it is an expensive thing. Okay, so it is a function. Does planning, it is nothing but it is a function of all managers, and it will varies from level to level. It means what, the higher level, top level management, actually they are responsible to make a strategic plan according to the objectives of the organization. Then they will carry this plan towards the middle level management, and then middle level management will delegate their responsibilities towards the first level managers. Okay, so this is an pervasive in nature actually. So it is nothing but a functions of all managers, and it varies from department to department. Okay, then next one is what, efficiency of plans. Okay, so plans should be efficient. Okay, so plan actually it should be efficient in such a way that we can achieve our goals or objectives. Okay, so plans are efficient if they achieve their purpose at a reasonable cost. Okay, it means what, it should be optimum in costing, means we require low cost to achieve more goals or objectives. Okay, so it should be we should have some efficient plans. Okay, so this is about your nature of plan. So nature of planning, in we have covered 4 points. So first one is what, planning, it is nothing but a contribution towards the purpose and objectives of the organization. Then second thing is what, primacy of functions, means we need to have some control over the organizational resources. Okay, to execute these strategic plans in proper or optimum way. Then third point we have seen the pervasiveness of planning. It means what, it is a comprehensive process. Actually this function varies from top level to middle to first level managers. Okay, and then the fourth term we have discussed the efficiency of plans. Okay, efficiency of plans, in which we have studied that actually the plans should be efficient in order to achieve the organizational goals with minimum cost. Okay, so cost is very important in the organization. So if cost is very less, for if there are 3 to 4 plans, and in which these 3 to 4 plans, one plan execution is at minimum cost, then we will select this minimum cost plan. Okay, according to the organizational requirement. Then now we will see the scope of plans or types of the plans. Okay, so now scope of the plans, actually it is depending on, first thing was purpose or mission of the plan. What is the basic purpose or what is the mission of the plan? Depending on this, the strategic plans are divided. Okay, so purpose or mission, in which actually first thing is what, the special task. Okay, if we need to achieve some objectives or some organizational goals of the company, then we need to have some special tasks or special ideas to achieve these organizational goals. Okay, then second thing is what, elements are primary market, profitability, management philosophy, and corporate image. So it means what, the elements for these plans, it should be elements should be considered. Which elements should be considered while doing these plans or special tasks? The elements are primary market. What is the primary market? Then what should be the profitability, means what is the profit we need to achieve? Then next thing is what, management philosophy. What should be the management philosophy to execute these plans? And last one is corporate image. Okay, so these 3 to 4 terms we need to consider while making a plan or making a strategic plan. Now example is what, the distribution of goods and services. Now distribution of goods and services is the best example. So in this case, actually we need to appoint one super stockist for any type of business. If the company have some goods, and this company wants to delegate, or company wants to carry these goods over the distributors, then we need to appoint one super stockist. Then through the super stockist, these goods are carried out to the some distributors. So if the total area it contains 8 sectors, then we need to appoint 8 distributors for these sectors, and the over 8 sectors we need to appoint one super stockist. Means the control of super stockist is necessary over these all distributors. Okay, so in this way we need to carry out our plans. Then so this is about the purpose or the mission of the what is the, we need to first find out what is the mission or purpose of the plan. Means we need to find out first what is the requirement. Means if we need to carry out our good, our product from organization to the customer, then we need to carry out the planning in such a way that what are the requirements, means what are the basic parameters we need to consider while delegating these products from company or organization to the customer. So there are 4 to 5 parameters. Means first we need to appoint one super stockist for this, for in any city one super stockist should be there to carry out all the processes or to carry out all the goods or products over the distributors. So then, so first thing is what? Super stockist. Then under super stockist there should be some distributors. Then under distributors there should be some customers or consumers, and finally the product will be delivered to the consumer or customer. Okay, so in such way we need to execute our plan. So for this case we need to first know the purpose or mission of the organization or any company. Okay, then next is what? Objectives. Okay, so second thing is what? Objectives. So based on the objectives we need to execute or we need to make a plan according to the objectives of the organization or any company. Okay, so actually we know that the objectives and goals, these are interchangeable. Okay, they are variable also, they form a network also, they differ in time span, some are long term and short term. So based on this long term and short terms there are the plans which are differentiated. Okay, so means short term plans should be there, long term plans should be there according to the company's objectives. Okay, so objectives may be general or it may be specific, and they are classified as external institutional objectives, which are to develop high degree of corporate image. Means Tata, actually this is nothing, the example is Tata, means external institutional objective, which we can call it as MNC company, multinational company. Then next one is what? Internal objectives, means profit per maximum rate of return. So in such way we can differentiate the, based on the objectives there are 2 types, means external and internal. Then third thing is what? Your strategies. Okay, now depending on strategies we need to make a plan. Okay, so general program of action and deployment of resources to attain comprehensive objectives. Okay, this is nothing but about we need to have some general program of action and we need to deploy our resources, or we need to control our resources to attain the comprehensive objectives. Means to attain the objective, to attain the objectives or organizational goals of the company, we need to have control over the organizational resources. Okay, so for this we need to execute SWOT analysis. Now SWOT analysis, it means what? It stands for strength, W stands for weakness, O stands for opportunity, and T stands for threats. So we need to prepare our plans according to the SWOT analysis. Okay, so for example, rural marketing. So for this rural marketing we need to execute our marketing head department. Okay, so we need to make this marketing executives department. Okay, then for extension of the distribution width and length, if we need to if we are requiring, or we need to expand our business, then we need to focus on the area. Means by increasing the area of the distribution, then we can achieve our goals or our targets. Okay, in such way that this SWOT analysis will be working. Okay, so this is about your strategies. Then fourth term is policies. Okay, now general statements or understandings which guide or channel thinking and take actions in decision making. Okay, then next, guidelines for decision making. Then all policies are statements, sometimes it is only practices. Okay, it allows for some directions, otherwise it becomes a rules. Okay, it means of encouraging discretion and initiative but within limits. Now policies are developed with the active participation of the entire top level executives. Now policies, it means what? We need to follow the policies which are made by companies or organization. There are standard rules or standard procedures that we need to follow while executing our plans or while making our plans. Okay, so we actually we don't or we need not actually violation means violation of the rules or violation of the company's rules or company's policies should not be allowed in any organization. So we need to follow the organizational rules or policies or goals, and according to that we need to make a plan. Okay, so depending on these policies we need to make our strategic plans. So these are the 4 points which needs to be taken into account while making a plans. Okay, so this is about the scope of plans or the types of the plans. So for this we have studied types or scope of plans. It is nothing but it will depends on the purpose or missions of the organization, then objectives of the organizations, it should be deferred, then strategies, what are the different strategies we are going to apply, the plans will be different, and policies, okay, depending on the company's policies or company's rules, it should be taken into account while making a plan. Okay, so this is about your types or scopes of the plans. Okay, so up to what we have discussed the nature of planning and types of the plans. Okay, so in next lecture we will discuss some advantages, disadvantages or limitations of the plan. Okay, thank you. Here I am concluding the lecture.